toy fans, Aaron here. And around 97, Hasbro came out with a line of electronic power effects toys. And these were 3 3/4 inch scale figures that had electronics in it and kind of make little scenes out of them. For example, you had Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker that could go together for a Return of the Jedi scene. Here's kind of just a real quick look at what that looked like. Or you could take the same Darth Vader and add an Obi-Wan Kenobi to it, giving you a New Hope lightsaber battle scene. And then they also had one with the Emperor as well. But what we're going to look at today is the electronic power effects R2-D2. So we're going to head to that table and check them out. Now this was released around 1997, and as I mentioned, it was part of the Power of the Force collection. Part of that packaging design was the lightsaber in the background, and at that time it switched from orange to green. This Power Effects R2 does come in a very nice window packaging. You get a very good view of the plastic rock formation, or base rather, that it comes with, along with the figure itself. And then of course at the bottom you got the description of the character that this is and the various features that he has. Taking a look at the backside, you get another little feature to this toy, and that was not unique to this line. Hasbro did it for, they had a line of cinema scene figures where you could cut out part of that display box and insert it into the base of the figures. And we had it with this run here. In this case of R2-D2, he comes with a nice image of what should be Tatooine behind him. I don't know if this is an actual still from the set or just some clip art that they used or whatever, but anyways, it sure looks like Tatooine to me. In the top left corner, you see how the two work together with this cardboard insert added to the base. And then along the bottom, you see a couple of the other figures that were available in this line and how they came together to form their scene. Now we're going to take a look at this opened up. First, we'll throw R2-D2 up on the turntable here and take a look at him. And for this release, this was a new mold of R2. He doesn't have that chrome top that R2 had in his 95 release, but this is quite a different product here as it's got electronics and sounds and stuff like that. Overall, though, it is not a bad looking figure. You have a decent amount of sculpting along the head and down through the body and the sides of the legs and stuff. As it spins around to the backside, you'll see this little compartment for the batteries that, of course, power the electronics. Just a little screwdriver, take that out, and it uses 3 A76 batteries, I think, like little watch batteries. And since this version of R2-D2 is going through the desert of Tatooine, you get a good amount of dust and kind of dirt paint along the bottom half of this droid. Turned off one of my lights to help show off the electronics here, but at the top of his head, he does have a hole to let some of that sound come out. His eye port here does glow red when you push the center button to activate those sounds. And he does have 2 versions of his little beeps and bloops. And this is a feature that we would later see on other R2-D2s that have been made. I feel like it's been used at least, I don't know, 3 or 4 other times. As far as articulation goes with this droid, just his side legs have movement to it. They do swing around. Mine are kind of tight, but it works. At the bottom of his third leg, you got a little piece of metal here that works with the magnetic base. And that is all you have for articulation. No head movement, most likely due to the electronics in there. And now taking a look at the Tatooine base, this is pretty cool looking, I think. Of course, that insert is removable, or you cut it out from the back of the card. Slide it on. But very nice paint job through here. Good detailing. I mean, you really get a good feel of rock formations in here. I don't mean to try and oversell it too much, but, you know, for $10 and back in 96, this was a pretty neat looking toy. Still is even. I'd be excited to get it today. Now the bottom where R2-D2 sits is all very nice smooth surface. You do have a little peg hole here, or not a hole rather, but a peg sticking up, so that if you wanted to add another figure to it, it would be able to stand. Along the backside, you got the little magic wand that has the magnet attached to it. And then when you put your droid on there, it finds it. You can slide your droid around. And there are little tabs on the sides of the backside, and that's what holds this little scene in. Little tabs that you cut out of that picture and just slide it into place. I always thought this was pretty cool looking. I did enjoy this whole line of figures, and eventually I'll work my way through them. This is one that I've always just liked looking at. I think it's a pretty nice display piece for a toy. Like, you know, not comparing it to Sideshow or anything, but, you know, for a little 3 3/4 inch toy, I think this is pretty decent looking. Alright, so that wraps up this look at the electronic power effects R2-D2. Do any of you out there remember this line, or maybe you have this figure in your collection? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, thanks for watching.